Good morning, Captain Matt Edwards retired here with another one of my short videos. Today's video is brought to you by the Government of Canada. After the Equitas lawsuit, in which basically if the Canadian soldier was defeated by an enemy, you wouldn't call it a victory, you'd call it a loss. Well, the Canadian veteran who was disabled in service by the government, when they put them in harm's way and they were following orders, fighting the enemy of our state, when they became disabled and they weren't treated fairly, they took the matter to the courts, hoping that they would achieve a victory in the law if they couldn't win it in the political arena. However, the government is trying to look at this as a win. But whenever our soldiers lose, our country loses. So the fact that the soldier had to fight the government is a bad thing. The fact that the veteran wasn't treated right in the first place is a bad thing. They ought to try to treat people as fair as possible. As far as I know, the Equitas suit had something to do with, and I think I'm a smart guy, and I never ever got my head around exactly what they want. However, I did read some reports yesterday that said they wanted to have parity with the worker who was disabled, in the civilian world. Well, I'm sorry, but parity is not good enough. If you are a soldier defending the country, including those disabled workers who get a certain amount, then you ought to be getting more than the disabled worker. For example, the disabled worker gets workers' compensation in exchange for the right to sue. But a soldier already was owed a duty to be compensated when they do what they do for the country. So we're owed more because they took our right to sue, and we put our life on the line for it. So I'm trying to get on the radio right now. If I get on Paddy Daly's Open Line Show, great. I'll tell the people of Newfoundland about it. But in the meantime, I figured I'd make this little short video, make this appeal to logic. It's not an emotional appeal. I'm not bringing up national sacrifice, sacred obligation, and all that stuff. Well, there's an element of truth to that. I believe more in rationality, okay? You took our right to sue. You owe us for that. You owe us also the fact that people voluntarily took the risk, put their life and limb on the line for you. So you owe us at least 2 and maybe even more duties. So cough up. There aren't that many anymore. It's not like after World War I or World War II. There are very few veterans that are disabled in service. You have to compensate them properly.